Welcome back to Roy Family Farms. I'm Chris, and today we've got plenty of work to do, like usual. What we've been working on is starting to get our catch pen set up. We got the alleyway mostly done here. I have these sections of old pipe fencing that I put in place here. As you can see, some of it was missing. It was cut, so I put a cattle panel there. I mean, it ain't gonna do much good when the bottom half is missing. Which I gotta finish attaching it to the pipe fencing here. And we've got a bull calf we're gonna take to the vet to get castrated. My chute is not fully set up. I've made do with it before, but it's a pain in the butt. And I've got my corral panels that I use for it up in another pasture, so we're just gonna take him to the vet. Normally I would ban. He's older. I definitely want him to be cut, so I want to make sure they're going because I don't want him breeding any of my ladies. Because we raise Dexters, which are a little bit smaller side. They get to 800 to 1,000 pounds. So, and he's a Hereford Angus cross, so I don't want him breeding them, so that could be an issue. And that's the agenda for today. Is what we're probably gonna do. I probably got to grab one of the corral panels, but we've got a gate here. We can swing this here, have a corral panel here. We could swing that gate out. We'll back the trailer here, so we'll have like a little mini kind of catch pen. We'll put some feed in here, get them in here, close the gate from that pasture, and what we'll do is we're gonna get some T-posts and I've got another cattle panel, and we'll just temporarily put that in place there to keep them secure in there, keep them from getting out, because I mean if it ain't closed up they'll just run out this way. Yeah, we got the catch pen started here. It's gonna be, I think it came out to being like 57 by 98. Got another section of pipe fence here. You can see the gates up on a block because the cement is still, it's probably good on that one now. This one should be good, and the reason that gate swung is because it's just in line with it, and that's so deep that it wasn't gonna, and heavy, it wasn't gonna tip it this way. But having this gate swung off to the side, I mean, it would have caused that to lean. But we're gonna just leave that probably for another week. I'm not doing anything with this other than I'll work on finishing this catch pen. Which for money purposes, we're probably going to end up running just woven wire to here. We'll put some cattle panels on those T-posts, and we'll end up running cattle panels all the way down on that cross fence. But immediately probably won't. But I got another section of pipe fence, and then I got just a gate that's on a post, like a pipe gate that's on a post. We'll put the pipe gate right about there. It's bigger. That's a 6-foot alleyway. I think the gate's an 8-foot, so we'll actually have it mounted out about 2 foot, and then we'll have the other section of the pipe fence angle here, so it'll funnel them in. But that gate will be swing and meet up with that, and then whenever they get in the alleyway, we'll just close them in there. So and the gap will be closed up anyhow with this cattle panel here will be bent around, and that should close up the gap. And we'll end up putting cattle panel on that section of pipe fencing too, because the thing is, even with it being in, which I think that one's the same as that, where it's missing the bottom half. But even if it was full like this, these gaps are too big. A calf could definitely get through that. And having Dexters, they could probably get their head in there and get it stuck, so we'll just put a cattle panel on there. But before we do all that, we've got to get the morning chores done, get all the animals fed and watered, and then I gotta get on that, and I'll get the trailer backed up to there after I get all that done, and basically just wait till it's time to try to get him loaded up. All right, we got this alleyway semi-finished. Got those cattle panels attached now. I have a gate from an old stock trailer blocking that off. So what we're gonna do, we got a brisket, the bull calf. He's got to go to the vet to get cut. I think I mentioned that earlier on. And we're gonna open this gate up. We're gonna put feed in that cut down lick tub. And we are going to try to push him into the trailer here. Since I don't have the catch pen done, we're going to improvise a bit, so we'll see how that goes. He's relatively comfortable and he really likes feed, so as long as we get him in here, it shouldn't be an issue. I mean, we got a corral panel chained to the gate, and we got a T-post there too to kind of firm it up a little more, and then it's chained to the trailer there, so, and then this gate is chained to the trailer, so he really, unless he really tears something up, he ain't got anywhere to go. And he is a little more feisty than any of our others, so you never know. We attempted this a couple weeks ago, and he had other plans. But what we ended up doing is I obviously didn't have this set up. Found a hinge. We didn't have this set up, so I had some Premier 1 Electronet that I set up to try to funnel him. I got him right behind the trailer, and then he decided he did not want to go. He tested that fence, realized that it had give to it. It wasn't electrified, which may have been a mistake. I don't think that would have mattered though. I think he still would have went through it. He was pretty determined, and he realized it had give to it, so and he just bulldozed through it. We set it back up because he actually didn't tear it up too bad that time. Same thing, and then he drug the whole 150 foot section across the pasture. I had to cut it off probably at 20 foot so he didn't get tangled up anymore, and then I managed to get that off of him, that 20 foot section. So, but that is what happens when you don't have the proper setup to actually handle them. Now our others, they're so chill that we've been able to get by. But he's fresh here. Hasn't been here all that long, especially then. And he's alone too. He's not with any of the other cattle, so, which he will be once he heals up from this. We'll probably put him with a yearling and a older calf. The yearling, Clover, she's still actually nursing, so we need to put an end to that. So we're going to pull her, and we're going to pull Juliet to wean her. She's like 7 months, 8 months, so she definitely needs weaned. So we'll probably stick him with those two after about a week. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. So my phone's memory apparently was full. I had to delete some old videos. But we did get Brisket to the vet. We had a little bit of a hang up. That area was a little big, and so putting pressure on him, he did not want to go in the trailer. And since I kind of have light duty gates and a light duty corral panel, I didn't want to put too much pressure because he was trying to find a way out. So and then yeah. Yeah, so we did that. Trying to rethink the order of events, but yeah, what I ended up doing, I put a this cut down lick tub that he actually broke. I put some feed in there. Well, I put some feed in the trailer. He didn't want to go in there, so I brought that in there and picked the feed up and put it there, and I just kind of walked away and just stood around the corner, and he went in there no problem and just closed him in. So he does not like pressure, and with as open as that was, it just he had too much room to move around, and with having cheap panels and gates, light duty ones, he was gonna go through them and destroy them and possibly hurt himself. But he's laying under that tree. I don't know if you can really see him or not. I think you can. It looks like it. He's doing good. He got his little nubs of horns clipped, and he got castrated. So we got that done. He will stay probably alone for another 2 weeks, let him heal up, and we will probably put Juliet, Clover, and possibly just those two at first in with him, because since he did get dehorned, Sirloin's gonna challenge him, and I don't really want them butting heads and busting it back open. Let his head heal up a bit. Man, I'm tired. But yeah, so that went relatively smoothly. It sure helps having a more proper area. Eventually it'll get there, but it's the best setup I've had for actually getting one caught up and loaded, so it's progress. But today I noticed I took care of the pigs, and the temporary shelter that was fine for Louise, she wasn't tearing it up. The piglets tore up the tarp. They were shredding it pretty bad, so I had to pull that off so there wasn't a big mess, and so they don't ingest it. And I have some old metal roofing that I gotta trim. I don't feel like dragging a big old piece over there, so with tin snips I'm trimming this one, and I got some other scraps that I could easily drag over there, and I'll just measure them and I'll cut them with the angle grinder. But that is the project for today. And then that's pretty much all I'm gonna be getting done today, more than likely. I'm gonna take it a little bit easy today, hopefully, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, well, we got the pig shelter, I guess, upgrade. Yeah, I mean, it's an upgrade. They got physical walls now instead of a tarp. Pig shelter upgrade is now complete. That's one that I actually built, which actually there's a video on that. Sort of. I think that was the other pig tractor, but yeah, this is just a metal shipping crate, and I basically threw a plastic roofing on, and threw a tarp around it for a quick shelter. And the piglets, like I said earlier, they tore it up. So I have this old rusty metal roofing, and threw some walls up. Just got some self-tapping sheet metal screws, and now they have a 3-sided shelter with physical walls. And it being kind of open at the top, and if you can kind of tell that that's a little bit at an angle, it's because these are in further. So I just worked with what I had, but it's actually pretty rigid, even though there's no support in the middle, so it's not too bad. Yeah, it being open at the top, being in the south, it'll be kind of nice to get a little bit of airflow. I need to break these off, and I think I got a couple of scrap pieces that I could basically scab that roof together so it comes all the way back. But either way, they can get out of the weather. It's whenever it's poured, it's barely gotten wet. Heck, if you can tell, she actually usually makes her nest in that back corner. So even when it's raining, so she must not get all that wet. But yeah, pig shelter got a little bit of an upgrade. It ain't pretty, but it'll definitely work. Now it's time to clean up the mess. The worst part of, well, I would say the worst part about it is I had to run to the store, but yeah, second worst part, cleaning up the mess. Alright, we got most everything cleaned up. Just got some sawhorses to put away and a sheet of plywood. But we are going to give Brisket here a little bit of feed. Just to kind of win him back over. He's warming back up. But rightfully so. He's a little traumatized after yesterday, so I can't say that I blame him. But he's warming back up. He's obviously a little sore, so he's been laying around most of the day. He gets up, he eats, and he drinks. We're also, last minute, the chickens crapped all in his water trough. So last minute, we're going to kind of clean that out. But it was just clean. There you go, buddy. There you go. Come on, get back, Roo. I'd say he's warmed up a bit. He's got him pretty close to me. You can see where they clipped his horns there. But he's doing good. I want to see if I can take a look at his sack there. It looks like it's closing up pretty good. I don't see a bunch of discharge, so yeah, it's healing pretty good. Yeah, you're doing better now, aren't you, bud? Yeah, as always, today went sideways. I broke my last drill bit for pre-drilling those holes for that pig shelters. This water trough will be it. It'll wrap it up, and I'm gonna go in and eat some supper in a little bit. So, yeah, let's see. See if we can get in there. I don't know if you could see that, but chicken poop. They've decided recently they'd rather drink out of the water troughs than their waterers. So, well, enough rambling on. Until next time, have a good one. That's going to be it for this episode. So, thanks for watching, and see you next time.